Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this video we'll learn some of the most important questions which are always asked in CSWIP exam as well as in interviews. So before starting this video, let me introduce you to myself. My name is Sandeep Anand. I am a mechanical engineer and I am having 14 plus years of work experience, and I am having one hobby, and that hobby is to share my knowledge. And to share my knowledge I use my website, that is www.weldingandt.com, and I use my YouTube channel, that is youtube.com/weldingandt. So friends, I would request you to please financially support my initiative, and this you can do by joining my channel. So you can join my channel, and to join my channel very small amount, that is 89 rupees is required. So it is very small amount, and you will get some additional benefits also. So these are the additional benefits which you will get if you will join my channel. So friends, let's start with the question. Our first question is, slag inclusions may be present in. So this is asking slag inclusion may be present in, and the option is all welds, metal inert gas weld, that is MIG, metal active gas weld, that is MAG, and manual metal arc welding, that is shielded metal. This is also known as shielded metal arc welding. So answer will be MMAW or SMAW. So in SMAW, chances of slag inclusion is more due to the presence of flux. Now question number 2, the main cause of undercut. So what is the main cause of undercut? This is current. Excessive current is the main cause of undercut, and the option A will be right, excessive amperage. So excessive amperage is nothing but the excessive current, and due to excessive current the undercut comes. So A will be the answer. Now question number 3, which group of welders is most likely to require continuous monitoring by a welding inspector? So high integrity job or critical jobs needs continuous monitoring, and the overland pipeline welders fits in this. So the answer will be B. Now question number 4, which of the following fillet welds is the strongest, assuming they are all made using the same material and welded using the same WPS? So if same parameters are used, then the welding with higher throat thickness will be much stronger, more stronger. So in all these options you will have to come out with a conclusion of the throat thickness, and the higher throat thickness will have the more strength. So here you will see the picture. This is the leg length, this one is the leg length, and it is denoted by Z, and this height is known as the throat. So more the throat, more the stronger the weld will be. So you have to check which option has more throat. So if you don't know the formula, let me give you that. If you have Z, if you have leg length, then you can calculate the throat by multiplying the leg with 0.707, or if throat is known, then you can calculate the leg length by multiplying it by 1.414. So let's see every case. So option A is 8 mm throat of a miter fillet. So here very simply it is stating that 8 mm throat. Now option B is 7 mm leg plus 2 mm excess weld metal. So if 7 mm leg is there, so first we'll calculate the design throat. So 7 into 0.7, here I have shown the formula, 7.7 into 7. So we'll get the throat. So 7 into 0.7 will be 4.9. Now 2 mm excess weld metal is there. So 4.9 plus 2, this will be equal to 6.9. So in this case the throat will be 6.9. Now we'll see the third case, miter fillet with 10 mm leg. So if leg is 10 mm, then throat will be 10 into 0.7, that will be 7 mm. So in option B the throat is 6.9, option C the throat is 7. Now 11 mm length, option D saying 11 mm. So 11 into 0.7 will be 7.7. So among all these alternatives, the maximum throat is 8. That is, so answer will be A. So this is how we can come to a conclusion. Now question number 5, it's a very simple question. A typical included angle for MMA welding of a full penetration pipe butt joint is, so it will be 70 degree. So option B will be the answer. Now question number 6, a fillet weld has an actual throat thickness of 8 mm and leg length of 7 mm. What is the excess weld metal? So what it is saying, suppose this is a fillet weld. Now actual throat thickness is 8 mm. So the actual throat means this is 8 mm. Now there will be some excess weld metal like this. There will be some excess weld metal. So actual throat, it is saying that the actual throat is 8 mm. That is very clear. And leg is 7 mm. So the leg length is 7 mm. So leg is this distance. This distance is leg. So leg is 7 mm. This leg is 7 mm. And the actual throat is 8 mm. Excess weld metal, it is asking this height, the height of this excess weld metal means this height. So first we will calculate. So first, actual throat thickness 8 mm. Sorry, this is saying the actual throat thickness. Actual means complete. This throat thickness they have given 8 mm actual throat, and now it is asking this thickness, that is excess weld metal. So first we will calculate the actual design throat. So to calculate the design throat, we will multiply the leg by 0.7. 7 into 7 into, just a second, let me bring the highlighter, eraser. So here I'll erase this also, I'll erase this also. Okay, now 7 into 0.7. So by multiplying 7 into 0.7 we will get the design throat, that is nothing but 4.9. Now I'll explain this again later. Let me explain this again. So what the question says, that the actual throat means up to this height is 8 mm. Up to this height is 8 mm and the leg is 7 mm. So now we have calculated with this leg the design throat we have calculated, means design throat means up to this distance we have calculated, and up to this distance it is 4.9 mm and we know the total distance, that is 8 mm. So we will subtract 8 minus 4. So we will subtract the 8 with 4.9. So 8 minus 4.9 will be the excess metal height, and that is 3.1. So C will be the answer. Now question number 7, the fusion boundary of a fillet weld. So it is very simple question and the answer will be A, that the fusion boundary of a fillet weld is the boundary between the weld metal and HAZ, boundary between weld metal and HAZ. Now question number 8, if a welding inspector detects a defect of imperfection not allowed by the application standard, he must allow. So if it is not allowed by the standard, then it's a defect and it must be rejected until the repair is done. So B is the right answer. Now 9, ISO 17637, this is the code for visual inspection. So it is asking, ISO 17637 allows for the use of magnifying glass for visual inspection but recommends that the magnification is, so the magnification should be between 2 times to 5 times. So the answer will be B. Now question number 10, the majority of welder qualification tests are carried out using unbacked joint. So why unbacked joint are used? So the answer is D, that is it requires more skill and increases the welder qualification range also. So that is why unbacked joints are used. So friends, with this we have come to an end of this video. I hope you like this video. Thank you very much.